Hope this email finds you well. Overworked Underplayed is a not safe for work Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast about a group of young professionals from the real world who find themselves transported into a strange but familiar place full of fantasy and magic. Please see attached for episode description and content warnings. Thanks for listening.
Hey, watch out, big guy. That wasn't very nice of me. Oh my god, why can't I stop talking? Man, that alcohol must have really been something strong, like 80 proof or something. I almost told those goth guys everything. Thank God Taylor stepped in. I should really thank her for that. I guess it's good we went to all those networking events together. Hopefully the rest of the group is getting information on the cloud to go with that lead about a web developer. We've been very busy today with onboarding, meeting Professor Fizzlebang, and now with these mercenaries. I think we need to renegotiate our contracts to include hazard pay. Okay. I think I seem to be sobering up now. That's good. Okay, I think I can go back out there now.
Welcome to Overworked and Underplayed, a D&D podcast for young professionals by young professionals. I am your district manager, Alex Capps. And today's icebreaker is, what is your favorite in-universe podcast?
Hi, I'm Tyler. I play Bentley, the IT paladin. And Bentley's favorite podcast is Fake Doctors, Real Friends, a cool podcast with the people from Scrubs where they watch their episodes. And I love that they're actually real-life friends.
Cool. Tyler likes coworker friends.
Really hates Taylor.
Tyler does, Bentley does not.
Cool.
I actually don't have any
Annalyn.
friends that I used to work with that I still talk to.
Hey, I'm Marjorie. I play Amy Ann, a basic B, rough and tumble human fighter. She has a freshly minted dentistry degree. Her favorite podcast would be Dental Dam Dames. Oh no! It's a great podcast full of lots of dental, intrigue and mystery and history. It's great. You should check it out.
What up? It's your boy Marcel Hardy playing Richard Cox, a human consultant turned halfling bard who wholly believes it's better to be lucky than to be good, but it's best to be both. And Richard's favorite podcast is Star Talk. He listens to it on his way to work. He was running late the day that all of this happened, and so he missed the intro. And that also just happens to be the day that he heard a guest on the podcast talk about the theory that how the moon is a megastructure. And since everything was delayed, he also missed the end of the podcast, so he doesn't know how that went.
So he doesn't know it's a conspiracy theory?
Right. He's like, wow, they talked about it on Star Talk.
Oh no.
Hi, my name is Katie, and I play Crystal. She's a drow druid, and she's the owner of her very own MLM, Crystal Clarity. And her favorite podcast is Boss Babes. The premise is that it is a bunch of boss babes that get on there and discuss the pros and cons of working for yourself and developing your own multi-level marketing company.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I play Jimmy Sticks. He is a gnome artificer. His favorite podcast is Around the Assholes, a podcast about people that are not very nice.
Great.
Oh my god.
What do they talk about on Around the Assholes?
Shit.
They just talk shit? Okay.
Perfect.
Talk shit about shitty people.
Fair.
Oh my gosh.
That's really awesome. Well done. Hi, I'm Annalyn Hardy. I play Taylor Jacobs. She is a centaur barbarian with a heart of gold. By day, she is a marketing, and night too, she works all the time, is a marketing coordinator. And her favorite podcast is called Women at Work. It's a Harvard Business Review podcast. And it just talks about how women can deal with gender discrimination. It's a very good podcast. Highly recommend.
Hey, listeners. This show is made possible by the support of our awesome patrons. In addition to a thank you for their support, our patrons get an ad-free listening experience and access to exclusive bonus content. In the weeks between episodes, our patrons are getting an extra show where we recap episodes and talk about some of our favorite moments. For more details about what you can get by supporting us on Patreon, check us out at patreon.com/ownuppod.
When we last left off, you guys had managed to get the smallest amount of information possible from the Goths while also avoiding, we would say a physical altercation, but there was some physical contact. But you guys managed to do it in one piece, and you are now still at the fountainhead, 5 feet from where you began.
In true D&D fashion.
What time is it?
We'll say it's like 8:30.
Can we get drunk?
Sure.
We're gonna go back to the crow's nest
Okay.
to do
So-
some laundry and get drunk.
Yeah, so you guys were able to make it back across town with very little issue. When you guys show back up at the Crow's Nest, you find it a much livelier place than you remember the last time you were there. The entire floor is pretty much full of what looks like various fishermen and seafaring types, like, drinking ale and having some basic foods of like breads and cheeses and stuff. And you see the captain sitting at the piano just banging away on the keys, like full on like Billy Joel style, like going ham. What do you guys do?
I started singing along to Uptown Girl.
Hey guys, before we get into, whatever this is about to be, why don't we get a little more organized? Amy Ann, great arm wrestling.
Oh,
that was awesome.
Thanks. Yeah.
Just kicked his ass. So what could we do maybe next time to make that a smoother process to get information?
Well, I feel like, Richard, maybe you shouldn't drink just what everybody hands you. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it just seems like he just handed you something. I think he said it was sulfuric acid accidentally, right, at first?
Well, that's not the thing that I drank.
And then he,
that is a
just
thing
to
that he
show,
said.
yeah.
red flag.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe we can have some kind of buddy system in the future or something, because, you're looking pretty pale there.
Yeah, duly noted.
This is coming from the person who just shoveled back like 20 bowls of soup.
I just want to be said, this is Tyler saying this. He must have grown up in a good neighborhood because he was never taught not to take candy for strangers.
Well, one, it was not a candy. And two, we've already been introduced, so he wasn't a stranger.
Oh,
okay.
good.
Mama says we're not strangers anymore.
What else can we do to improve?
I think you guys should let me talk more because clearly the reason we failed so hard is because nobody was listening to me.
I concur, Crystal. That is what a great point you're making. Yes, please, you have the floor.
Oh, that was all.
Bentley's going to look over at Jimothy and be like, I feel like we should just not do what they're doing and we'll be fine.
I think we did great.
Yeah, absolute win.
Yeah.
Jimothy had a
This
plan.
is just between us, though. Y'all can't hear this.
Yeah.
So, Bentley, you want to go to the bar?
Bentley thinks about it for a second and then just decides, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
All right.
Taylor wants to go too. She's like, oh, where are you going?
Is there anyone interesting at the bar?
Not really.
So there's no one interesting at all in this entire
I mean, the
room
closer
of
you get to the
fisherman
bar,
types?
you realize that like there was a smell that hit you when you came in, and you realize it's the people.
Well, this is the cheapest hotel in town. This is the Motel 4. You couldn't even afford 6.
I guess Bentley just pays for a couple drinks, has a couple drinks, and then is like, all right, I'm going to dip out early. Good night. And then goes to bed.
Taylor's going to try
Since
her
no one was
best to
interesting.
small talk with Jimmy and Bentley to try and be friends.
All right.
Aw.
How does she start?
Hey, Bentley, you like video games, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes Miss Jacobs.
You can just call me Taylor. What what video games do you like?
Bentley's going to look over at Jimothy and be like,
We play Neopets together.
Did you also do you still have Tamagotchis too?
Mm-mm. All the batteries died, and then we had to bury them in the backyard.
Oh, that's so respectful. That's really cool.
Or environmentally inconsiderate, depending on how you look at it.
Have y'all played, what was that Nintendogs game? That was a good one.
No, I mainly stick to League of Legends and Hearts of Iron.
How do you win that game?
Yes.
Is there winning?
There's no
What's the
winning
point
in
in
that
playing a
game.
video game if
Hey,
you can't win?
you said you win. I need you to roll a deception check.
Oh, that's not a deception. I have more wins than losses
He's
this
lying to
season.
himself.
Yeah.
I'll pull up my u.gg. Let's say 8 plus charisma 11.
You think that he probably wins a little bit, but you think he's kind of over exaggerating his wins.
Oh, cool, Bentley. That's so awesome. Have you been playing a long time?
Bentley's gonna start drinking his beer,
Taylor's
Ooh.
going to see that as a signal that she should cut her losses.
and then I wasn't done.
Oh, okay.
You cut me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How are we ever gonna be friends as characters if you just cut me off?
Okay.
Bentley's gonna be like, it's getting kind of late, and I feel like we're holding up the rest of this campaign moving forward. So I think I'm going to go get some sleep. Good night, guys.
All right.
Fourth wall break right there. I love it.
Jimmy, you headed to bed too?
She
you
seems so
wanna
sad.
stay
I
up?
feel bad.
No, I'm okay if you want to chat. You okay?
Yes. Maybe just for like 20 minutes.
All right. What are you into?
You didn't
What do you
Have you
do
seen
outside of
New Girl?
work? Yeah.
It's so good, right?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Zoe Deschanel's so good in it.
Yeah, she's one of the few people that can pull off bangs like that.
Yeah. I like that they took it from like Manic Pixie Dream Girl and made her more like assertive toward the end.
She
That was
grew
pretty
as a
cool.
person.
Yes, exactly.
It's a good show.
She's an icon.
Overworked and Underplayed. Sometimes a new girl podcast.
Welcome to our show.
Yes. Okay, so imagine we talk about New Girl for 20 minutes and then we.
Cool. Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. Good night, Timothy, and sleep.
So before going to bed,
Yeah.
Richard wants to take a look at the map that we got from onboarding earlier today. And he wants to go up to one of the wizard terminal guys. He's gonna like take his like Bloogle badge and kind of swipe it like it's an RFID thing. He's like, "Hey, Bloogle."
So you approach the Bloogle terminal, and he looks at you and he says, "Hello, I am Bloogle node 61853. How can I help you today?" And you notice as he's like looking at his hand, like it's all written out on his hand, like what he's supposed to say.
My question is, how many libraries are in the city?
Query, how many libraries are in the city? Thinking, there are 18 public available libraries in the city.
Are any of them open 24 hours?
Thinking, no, most are open from daylight to dusk.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like a map of their locations?
Yes, please.
And you hear like what sounds like printer noises, and he just opens his mouth, and it's like a receipt paper comes out,
That makes me uncomfortable.
and he hands it to you.
Is it wet?
Wow.
It's completely dry.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
That's
Richard's gonna
weird.
tentatively reach
Yeah.
out towards
That's
it and
worse
then
somehow.
grab it and be like, okay, now when he sees that it's like actually dry, he's like, okay, cool.
Does he bite it to like end the receipt?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That was my thinking exactly. Thank you for asking that.
He's like transmutation is sometimes painful.
He got that paper cut in his tummy.
Oh, my internal organs.
So just as my player reference, did that count as 2 of my check marks? Or
Yes.
is that 1? It was 2? Okay.
Yeah. He holds his hand out for like payment, and you like present your card, and it makes like a beep when it goes over his hand. That is 2 of your 3 uses of your free Bloogle services today. Thank you, sir. Can I help you with anything else?
He just shakes his head no and kind of walks away.
Have a Bloogle day.
You don't respond?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Tragic.
So
Do you say goodbye to your laptop when you close it?
I sometimes tell our Google Home thank you.
Yeah, in case the inevitable robot uprising.
It's just
think
good
that's
manners.
fair.
It's just
I
good
tell
manners.
Siri, thank you.
Yeah.
I subscribe to the mindset of the IT mindset of the smartest thing I have in the house is a printer, and I keep a gun next to it in case it starts making weird noise.
Oh God.
That's fair.
Just Ron Swanson throwing the computer.
Yeah. So Crystal definitely didn't go to sleep. I think she wanted to see what Richard was gonna do. Just for
Ooh.
curiosity, and she sees him using the Bloogle terminal, and she was like, "Man, that's useful information," because she totally forgot that Bloogle existed. And so then she wants to go up to, and then she wants to start researching the cult of
Okay.
clarity.
So really quick, were you trying to be sneaky?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, Richard, you would see Crystal approaching the Bloogle terminal as you're like leaving. Hello. As you approach, he does the same thing. He like looks at his hand at some writing on it. He's like, "Hello, I am Bloogle terminal 61853. What can I help you with today?"
Hi, thank you. I would like to know about this Crystal Church of Clarity imposter.
Query, Church of Clarity. Thinking. The information I have is that the Church of Clarity was founded 3 years ago by one High Priestess Crystal.
Do you have an image of Crystal that you can give me?
Thinking, no publicly available image exists. All images are disputed, copyright of the Church of Clarity.
Damn. Okay, then how about, do you have locations, maps and locations of where the churches of Clarity are located in this city?
Thinking. And you hear like the printer thing starts spitting out and like receipt paper comes out of his mouth basically. And it has like a spot in the Grand Bazaar. And he tears it off. He says, according to this, the Church of Clarity is setting up a semi-annual sale at the Grand Bazaar. Then he gives you the date and the time and everything and hands it to you. And then like another thing starts coming out and he rips it off. He says, here is a 25% off coupon if you purchase 3 or more things.
What? I would never put my stuff on sale like that. That is devaluing to the value of my brand. Like, I cannot. She just goes on full rant. She snatches all of the things from the guy and she just walks away. Not
Okay,
closing out, not doing anything.
so
She just snatches
as
it.
you look at the coupon, you see where it lists like the information about the Church of Clarity, and specifically Crystal. And as you look close, you see the Instagram symbol. And you see your Instagram handle.
What the fuck? I'm so angry. I see that and I am like, how does she have my Instagram information? I don't even, like, she can't have my login. So like I'm trying to like rationalize how she, cuz like the core problem is I'm trying to figure out how she got my identity and how I know that my phone is missing and I know that the only login that I had was on my phone and on my iPad. And those are the only 2 places where my login would be. So I'm starting to get the vibe that she has my phone. Yeah, and the screen, like the only way to unlock her phone is by using her face. So she's getting like, she's like, I don't understand. So.
Don't
She's a smart
think
cookie,
too
though.
hard. You've been drinking a little.
You know the really funny thing about that would be that because you don't look like you did in the real world, even if you had your phone, you wouldn't be able to unlock it.
Oh, that is
Exactly.
big. That is big brain, isn't it?
Yeah. I actually just thought about that. I was like,
but,
that'd be
you
so
also
funny
have
for her
like
to-
secondary ways to log into your
That's
phone.
true.
Like I can log in with my actual passcode, which
If
I
she
do
can
remember.
remember
But
her
like I'm
passcode.
saying, like no one else would be able to, unless I looked like the old me would
Is
be
it
able
just
to log
1,
into
2,
my
3,
phone.
4 is the passcode?
Nah.
All right. So is anybody else doing anything before y'all go to sleep or?
Nope. Amy
Okay.
Ann just went straight up to bed. Good night, guys.
Yes.
All right. So good news. No one attacks you in the middle of the night. You guys get like an actual full 8-9 hours of sleep, whatever it is you're wanting. 12.
I'll take 4.
I love like. I'm
Crystal
not-
doesn't need 12 hours of
Yeah,
sleep.
that's like 3 long rests for an elf.
Gotta have the beauty sleep.
Yeah. So you guys wake up the next morning fully refreshed, and as you come downstairs, you see that there's some warm bread at the bar. The captain is holding what appears to be some rudimentary ice pack to his head, and is sitting there drinking the boom juice and eating some bread. And you see as there's like at least 10 passed out people just asleep on tables across the bar.
Does it still smell like terrible?
Oh yeah, it smells awful.
Gotcha.
Is the floor sticky?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they must have had a party last night.
How did we miss it? We didn't. We walked right through it.
Are we able to go get some bread?
Yeah, he's just like, whatever, have whatever you want.
I'm gonna
just
eat
be
some
quiet.
bread.
So Crystal sees an opportunity because she has an essential oil that is called like mental clarity, and it is designed for, it's a hangover cure.
Is this one of the ones you had in your inventory?
No,
Okay.
this is one that is really basic, and it's like stuff she could grab. It's not really like a massive secret. It's literally just a
It's
thing
just
you can look up on
Pedialyte.
Pinterest.
It's Pedialyte with an ibuprofen ground up into it.
Somebody write
Basically.
that down. I just mix BC powder and Pedialyte together.
Yeah.
Ibuprofen, caffeine, and electrolytes.
Oh God.
It's a Bloody Mary. Anyway, so
That's a good idea.
So she is gonna start peddling her wares because she does have a basic knowledge of essential oils, and she would be able to concoct a hangover cure pretty easily.
Okay. You notice that there is a small apothecary shop nearby,
Okay.
and you go and you pick up a few items.
Okay.
And so you sit down, and as you're doing it, you don't realize your hands are glowing, like you're just doing your thing. And you produce 10 small containers of this oil, and it is going to have the same effect as the spell Goodberry. So consuming one restores 1 hit point. The actual spell says it is enough nourishment to sustain you for 1 day. It's more like it just makes you not die for 1 day, but basically made like medieval ibuprofen.
Love it. Okay. So she takes it up to the captain and she's like, hey, I think I have something that could totally solve all of your problems. All you got to do is sign up for my newsletter and you got to give me all your contact information and I'll push out information to you moving forward.
He just looks at you and he's like, and this will make this headache go away?
It will make all of the headache go away.
Tell you what, if this will make the headache go away, your room for the next 2 nights is free. And he takes it and throws it back. About 5 seconds later, you see his life is like restored in his face. And he's like, oh my God, that worked.
Told ya.
She's a witch.
Oh my God.
And he's like, no, that's a good thing.
Oh. Oh. Well,
I had
good.
no idea you were so useful.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I'm a lot more than just useful. All of my products, they come with a crystal Club Clarity, and she like actually fumbles it.
Yeah.
She's like a Club Clarity guarantee. All you got to do is tell your friends, and like if you'll pass on 5 of your closest friends' contact information, you can have as many of these as you want.
He turns to his bartender and snaps, and he's like, pull together some of the information from some of those fishermen. I know they could use some of this stuff.
This is like a totally different market than Crystal's used to.
Instead of like the hashtag fit mom movement, she's just literally blue collar.
Yeah, totally opposite
She
direction.
basically invented goodies powder.
I mean, whatever works. Right now, she's desperate, so she'll take it. And she, like, her goal is, like, to start putting out, like, a newsletter. And so she takes their contact information and she starts building, slowly but surely, reclaiming her identity.
You're
Okay.
essentially like building an email list.
Yeah, pretty much.
About the time you wrap up with the captain, you hear the door fly open. And as you all turn to look, you see a very familiar, very short face. And he says, wonderful! I finally found you all. We must leave immediately. And it's Felix Fizzlebang.
Oh.
But we don't have any supplies.
I took care of all the arrangements. I have the cart, I have the horses, which I guess I didn't need. I forgot I didn't need as many as I thought. I have provisions.
Taylor doesn't know why.
Yeah.
As soon as you did that, I was like, oh, horse joke.
I have tents, but we must leave immediately. I'll explain in the cart.
Okay. I grab 2 more pieces of bread because I'm selfish. And then I just follow you.
Or,
No questions.
A planner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crystal ignores the bread because she's gluten-free.
Checks out.
Does.
Taylor's a little wary that there's this sense of urgency. But
Yeah.
I'll explain in the cart. I promise.
Well, can you give us like a summary, like a 5-second summary
if
before
we don't leave
drop
right now,
everything we're
someone
doing?
else might discover the Great Orrery and steal all of my work.
Let's
Which will
go.
impact
right.
our ability to get paid. So let's go.
Yes, it will heavily impact your ability to accomplish your goals. Everyone in the cart, immediately! We are on an adventure!
Bentley goes with him and jumps on the coolest looking horse.
Are we going to have a travel montage now?
Travel montage! No need to take this offline. Overworked and Underplayed will circle back after these messages. You guys all pile in. As you're exiting through the Stars Gate, you look and you see there's this massive crowd gathered in the Great Bazaar. And you hear a faint cheer at some sort of stage, kind of far away. I need everyone to make a perception check. All right, Bentley.
17.
Okay, Amy Ann.
5.
All right, Crystal.
6.
Okay, Taylor. 12.
Richard got a 14.
Okay,
16.
for Jimmy. Okay, so for everyone who got above a 10
okay.
Nice.
would hear in the background, Crystal, 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 Crystal. And those of you who got above a 15 would see walking out on stage what appears to be Crystal, as she was in the boardroom when you guys were in there earlier.
Bentley's going to look around and see if anyone else is seeing this shit.
And you guys see as she steps out, she hoists something over her head, and it appears to be an iPhone.
I don't see it. And Katie's upset about the fact that she doesn't
Wait. So who all saw it?
That
Was it
would
just
be
me?
who all got above a 15.
Jimmy and Bentley.
Yeah.
We are
Okay,
the
so yeah,
smartest
that'd be
people in
you
the room.
two.
Hey, Crystal, is that your phone? Any
And
like
can
points?
Crystal try
Uh,
I
again
don't know
to
if she's
see?
able to see it. if
I want you to
point it
try
out.
again and hand her this.
Hand her
A good
this.
omen?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a 16.
You see you holding your phone above your head.
What?
Crystal, I
the
don't know how to
hell?
tell you this, but you just saw your doppelganger. That means you're gonna die.
What?
That's
A
how this
doppelganger.
works.
That means
Like her
death
voice
is
like
near.
breaks out of the crystal voice. And she's like, what?
But
I mean, what?
Don't you know
like,
that saying? If you see your doppelganger, you're gonna die.
I choose not to believe in superstition. I believe in the good, great works of essential oils and nothing else. But oh my God, what the hell?
as you're witnessing this and you're kind of in shock, you hear a voice that is not yours come out of this person as they say,
Is everyone ready to get jazzed?
What the hell? I hate it so much. Everyone knows that all of my Clarity products have clarity at the end, and I do not understand why this bitch is ripping me off. I am about to go over there and take my fucking phone. What is happening? I'm like, Jimmy,
Jimmy is over here
basically,
hiding.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. The thing has been opened.
Karen has been unleashed, and Crystal immediately tries to get out of the cart. And I don't know if anybody wants to stop
Taylor's
her.
already outside the cart, right? Like walking
Yeah.
alongside.
True.
All right, Taylor's going where you're going.
I mean, that
Okay.
sounds like a deck saving thing.
Felix
does sound like a
turns and he
dex
goes,
saving throw.
"What the hell are you doing? We have to go."
This is my livelihood. This is my identity. And this bitch is stealing everything that I have. I am getting my phone back.
He turns
Split
and he
the
looks at
party.
all of you and he says, "Listen to me right now. This could be your only way of going home."
Pump the brakes. Pump
Someone's
the
going to have
brakes.
to stop me.
Pump
Split
the
I want
Okay.
to challenge her hopping out of the cart, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use reason because I think she's past that, or force.
Is
You're not
she
gonna use
already?
reason.
Is she already out of the cart? And
Well, she's attempting to jump out of the cart.
So do we all see this happening?
Yes, you guys would
hey,
all be aware of
Crystal,
this.
Driving
Crystal,
the
I think
cart.
we should probably stick with
You're
Felix
not going to
here.
stop me.
She's
I'm
gonna
rolling.
All right,
Amy Ann's
I'm
gonna try and hold her too.
I'm going to.
Okay, do you want to assist Amy Ann in trying to
Yeah.
hold her? So you're going to like grab her ankles?
My plan was to zip tie her.
Okay.
You're going to have to knock
So
me
you
out.
can
Like,
do that
that's-
once she is like grabbed, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
if you'll hold her down, I'll restrain
So
her.
so you roll a d20. Jimmy,
Gotcha.
what'd you get?
16.
Okay, so that means that Amy Ann will have advantage on this grapple check. Going to be an opposed athletics versus Crystal's dexterity or athletics.
Oh dear.
You have advantage, so you can reroll and take the highest.
10.
No.
You just barely beat me. It was a literal 9.
Oh, wonderful. So Jimmy grabs Crystal's ankles and Amy Ann wraps her up and is like, "You're not going anywhere."
But you smell really nice.
She just sniffs your hair like she does a full Biden. Like,
Oh, God.
It's hard to, hard not
She
to.
stopped struggling for just a fraction of a second. It's like, thanks. It's my clarifying.
okay. So in that moment where she stops struggling, you're able to restrain her further, and
Just-
Jimmy pulls out the zip ties.
and just zip.
What the fuck? This is
I'm sorry, Crystal.
I need you had 20 to start with. How many do you
Actually,
think?
I still have 23.
Okay, you have 23. How many do you think it will take you to secure Crystal?
4.
Okay, so mark those down.
Well, Richard is not going
Are
to
these
let
super
Jimmy
strong zip
zip
ties?
tie another human
Taylor's gonna
being.
try and prevent that as well.
I am all about stopping her from getting off this thing, but Richard's anti-zip tie.
Reasonable.
Wait. Bentley's gonna be like, wait, just let him zip tie her. Once we're out of the city and she can't run away,
That's
we'll let
what
her
we
go.
call kidnapping.
It's not permanent.
Get your your hands off me. I thought we were friends, Amy Ann.
We are. We just gotta get home.
See my entire life flashing before my fucking eyes?
If we get home, this won't matter.
It matters now. I won't have my phone when we get home.
You can get a new one, Crystal. It's
not
okay.
the same.
Hey, Taylor.
Yeah.
One thing you would have noticed, because Crystal freaking out, is you would have seen several of the marketing banners that you had been working on being used on that stage.
Ripping those fuckers. Oh, they're on the stage?
Yeah, they're like, and there's a
How
huge.
far away is it?
It's like 100 feet away,
Good luck restraining
and there
me
is a
sometimes.
huge crowd of people between you and the stage.
Yeah, she's gonna run over there and try
No!
to take those
Oh
suckers
no!
down.
You can't really run over there. Like that. There's Have you ever
You
been?
can skirt a crowd, especially if she's
There's
a
no
horse.
skirting this crowd. We're talking like Queen playing at Wimbledon type crowd, like how
Jesus.
packed in they are. It's basically a sea of people.
So you're saying that she couldn't get behind the stage?
No. And Felix turns around the cart and he says, "All of you do not understand the seriousness of our mission." He says,
Maybe if
"I
you
was
would have
promised
explained it to
professionals."
us.
I feel like I understand because I'm not trying to run away.
Yeah, no, I
I feel a little
understand too.
attacked.
He says, "Now, why you all will be able to resolve whatever the hell this is when you get back. But right now, we have to stay focused."
Taylor hears the wisdom in that and looks at Crystal and is like, "We're gonna burn that fucking bitch to the ground."
I like it.
So, you guys have all decided to carry on?
Yep.
Okay.
Crystal, can we? Are you
Crystal
okay?
has not decided to carry on.
Okay,
She is
we need
gonna
to keep her
continue
tied up,
be
guys.
Yeah.
restrained.
So Amy is just gonna kind of hold
All
on
right.
to her.
I mean, she's zip tied. Just hug her. You don't have to hold
You can
her.
And
undo the
Taylor's
zip
just
ties, and
gonna
I'll
try
just
and like
okay.
make this peaceful. I
Good luck.
Crystal, there is no world in which we will not bring that empire crushing to the ground.
I'm not okay with this.
No, and you shouldn't be. It's your intellectual property. As we've heard here, it's worse than murder. There have got to be ramifications.
I'm gonna murder that bitch in her sleep.
We will do whatever we can to help you get what is rightfully yours.
Good, because that's what I'm paying you guys for.
I thought you were paying them to do your marketing, Crystal.
I'm paying them for my intellectual property, which has been stolen.
Those banners are mine and therefore yours.
Exactly.
We're going to get it back.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that.
All right.
But she's still not okay. If you let Crystal
So-
go, she will leave.
Okay.
So, you guys, he's like, Fizzlebang's just like, "Good Lord, we're all going to die," like under his breath, and then like just carries on.
Does Crystal hear that?
No.
Does Taylor hear
No,
that?
he's like mumbling to himself.
Because Crystal really wants an explanation as to where the fuck they're going now.
So he tells you, he says, "Okay, I promised an explanation." He says, "The reason we had to hurry is that there is another archaeologist who is, I got word, is landing today. He wasn't supposed to be here till next week, but a favorable break in the weather sped up his transit to Travaria. He has also been researching the Great Ori, and I feel like your best option to get home is for us to find it first." He says, "Now, I know the location, but it is going to be somewhat treacherous to get into, as no one has made it past the door. But I was told that you lot were very creative and were problem solvers."
Have you seen the door before?
"Yes.
What's it look like?
It's just a big stone door that has some carvings into it."
Okay, just check.
Richard pipes up. He's like, "So what is it about this other archaeologist that will prevent us from being able to do anything if he gets there first?"
"Well, he's not working for Blugel,
Richard doesn't see a problem with that yet.
and he is one of the official archaeologists of the Empire.
Okay, that does sound like a problem.
Which means if he figures out how to use it and how to control the Ori, they will use it for purposes of imperial conquest. Look, I'm no fan of the imperial authority, and it likely does not bode well for wherever the hell all of you come from."
I don't know. The U.S. military might be fine.
Yeah, Richard in the back of his mind is like, I mean, they don't seem to have guns.
He's
or
like, "Do they have an
tanks or fighter
F-22?"
jets." Yeah, they have fighter jets.
He's
I
like,
mean,
"I'm more worried about this place.
Have you
I
ever
hope these guys don't have oil."
the portal opens and like a guy with like a crossbow pops out and immediately just gets M16. It's like, we're going in, boys. They don't even know. We're just we're gonna get in there.
He doesn't even get shot by like someone from the military. It's just some like
It's just some good old boy hunting.
I don't trust them.
What was that, Cletus?
I don't trust them ground portals.
He wasn't wearing an orange vest.
Oh. Anyways, so yeah,
Wait till
yeah,
this
it's
world
like
learns about Z71s.
it's like, sir, why do we care about this alternate world? We just learned that they have oil. Oh,
They need freedom.
They need
they need freedom. We must
need
free them from this
democracy.
evil empire. Anyways, so you guys you travel for about half a day. So this is about noon by the time you would reach this.
Is Crystal complaining the entire time?
The entire time.
Is she still tied up?
No.
Not if Richard has anything to say about it.
No, she's not tied up anymore. We untied her
okay.
as soon as we were far enough away. To...
So you guys
It's gonna be
successfully
like Jimothy,
tied her?
Gag her.
Yeah.
You tied her? Fuck. Word, this is different.
Yep,
Like,
Miss
we're
Jacobs.
changed now.
Yep, Miss Jacobs, I think we did a good job.
Yeah, in their defense, they like as Crystal's player, like there's no way if you didn't tie her up that she wouldn't have eventually bailed from the cart.
the other alternative was to be knocked out, and I feel like you probably wouldn't want that either.
I don't know. Second away from this misery.
Did you guys
Oh my
ever put a
Concussions are no joke.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
so on the way there, Felix turns and he says, "Miss Crystal, I'm curious. Why did you get so upset about the cultists?"
Because that's my phone. She has stolen my entire identity, and I would love to get it back. That is intellectual property theft, which we have been made very well aware of the fact that that is the highest level of crime. And here they are just parading around my entire business model.
Wait, what is a phone?
It's a magic brick that can let you make calls and look up things. It's like a mini handheld Bloogle terminal.
Amazing. And they have this of yours.
They totally do. It's total theft, and I'm so angry about it. I could just strangle this imposter. Plus, she looks like the old version of me, which I don't even look like anymore, which is wild because no one in this whole world, except for the group we're in, should know what I looked like.
I'll be real with you. I don't remember what you looked like.
Well, that's rude.
He says, "This is all quite fascinating. I will."
Fascinating, infuriating, whatever you want to call it.
He says, "Well, Miss Crystal, I assure you that once we have resolved this matter with the Ori, I will do everything in my power to assist you. Would you mind if, though, when I helped, that I could take a look at this phone of yours? Like, I'm curious about this."
I mean, as long as you don't break it, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Or steal it.
Of course not. I would never
It's already
steal.
been stolen once. We can't. I'm gonna keep that thing on a leash. Like.
And he says, "All right, we're approaching the stones, and you guys see as the terrain turns from grasslands and woods to more rocky terrain, the road itself becomes more damaged and pothole ridden. And he says, you need to have your eyes about you. There are goblins out in this part of the countryside."
We ran into some goblins in town the other day.
They make good soup.
They seem to be pretty good to me.
I thought you meant that they made good soup in this.
Like turtle soup, like you can eat goblins.
He
never
looks
had
at you and he
turtles.
says,
It's really good.
"Well, the goblins who reside within the walls of Lavron are, how you say, assimilated." He says, the ones that choose to live out here are more of the type to raid you and take your stuff."
Thinking back to American history, Richard asked, "Well, how long have the goblins been here, and how long ago did Lavron?"
Oh, who's to say who got here first?
Oh, no.
You went a very
They did
different
them a
direction than I
favor,
was
Marcel.
thinking.
They did them a favor.
Look!
Oh my God.
We were moving.
Oh.
The Lavronians were moving westward, and they were like, "Oh, you guys need the space. We'll just move over here." No, I'm
It's getting
kidding.
dark. Okay.
So we've gone half a day to this point, or
Yes,
you're saying?
I'm
okay.
saying we're basically going to. I'm not saying we're fast traveling, but
Uh-huh.
we are moving to the where he believes the Great Orrery is,
Mhm.
and that upon arrival it'll be about noon.
Okay.
So he says, "Well, from here we go on foot.
Excuse me?
The ground's a little too unstable for the cart,
Uh-huh.
and
Crystal, do you want to ride?
Yes.
He says,
horse
"Well,
school
that's
meta is
convenient."
I was imagining her like
Like on the back of a motorcycle kind of thing.
I think that's
Oh,
a fair
God.
assumption too. I think
Oh.
that she would sit sideways with her arms around
Taylor
Taylor's
Jacobs
waist.
is just like, don't cry, this is beautiful. Like,
That's what she always hoped for. Be friends with the client.
so you notice that these rocks and things are appear to be carved and almost look like stones from like some massive buildings that were in this area. And as you guys get closer to this, what appears to be a cave, you see a large stone carved door, and on it is an inscription.
Can we read it?
As you get close, you look and you see the stone door, but just below it on a pedestal, you see what appears to be a blackberry.
We know this technology.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stone tablet of the ancient ones.
Bentley wants to walk over and press the try to turn it on.
Okay, so you approach it and you notice that it looks like it's resting on the terminal, like at about a 45-degree angle.
Mhm.
And as you get closer, you realize it's actually carved from the stone.
Whoa, that's really cool.
And it's all one
Wow.
piece with this pedestal standing in front of this
If
door.
you press the buttons, does it do anything?
So you press, how many buttons do you press?
I just want to press. What was it? I'm trying to think on those phones. You had to press the like the hang up phone button. Was that the power button?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I want to press.
Okay, so you press that and you hear a chime.
Ooh.
And you see as the letters on the door illuminate. And what before was some unintelligible script displays a riddle.
Okay, what does the riddle say?
It says, "My life can be measured in hours. I only serve to be devoured. Slim I am quick, fat I am slow. What am I?"
A battery?
Well, you say that and nothing happens.
I don't know why I bet it's wrong. My brain is. I'm gonna type battery on the keyboard.
Okay, so you type battery. Do you hit enter?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you hit enter, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, that's my worst one. Even with my worst one, I rolled a 19, so that comes out to a 17.
Okay, so
Takes it away.
you manage to like duck out of the way as this happens, but a jet of flame shoots out of the screen of this carved blackberry, and you take 5 points of fire damage.
Oh my gosh, Bentley, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And you hear a voice come over and say, "You're fired.
Aw.
Is
What
that
does the voice
familiar?
sound like?
Fired.
You're fired."
Was it? Does
Straight
the voice
old
sound
Greg.
familiar?
No, not really.
So it's not Trump.
No.
No.
It's
God,
old
no.
Is it
Greg.
Mr. Richardson?
Is it?
It doesn't sound familiar to
Okay.
you.
All right. Well, I'm guessing
would've
that
been
was
good,
wrong. Anyone else want to try it?
What'd you do
Can
over
you
there,
repeat-
Bentley? You
can
just
you
typed
repeat
in
the
an answer?
riddle?
Yeah,
and-
I
so
just
it's-
typed in what I thought was the answer and
Hold
hit
on.
enter.
And what'd you type in?
Battery.
Okay.
Does anybody want to do any investigation?
Yeah, I want to
yeah.
look around.
Same.
Okay, so I need y'all to make me investigation rolls.
Richard got a 17.
Okay.
Amy Ann, 5.
Okay. So you are pretty sure the door is made out of stone,
Okay.
Amy Ann.
Looks like
Richard,
it's stone.
you find what appears to be like you see some sconces next to the door, and you see what appears to be like below them, like melted wax.
That makes sense. Okay, so I know the answer to the riddle now. Bentley, you want to try candle or wick, maybe something? There's some wax over here. See some
Ooh.
sconces
Bentley
and fire
types in
related.
candle.
And then bounds like
All right,
back.
do you hit enter?
Yeah, but he's prepared to dodge if it spits fire again.
So as you hit enter, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god, you're gonna kill me. That is a 2.
Okay, so you go to like duck out of the way. 'Cause I'm only doing this because you said that was your plan. Basically, if anything happened, you're gonna hear a noise, and you're basically just gonna fall on your face.
No.
But
Okay.
no, like the fire shoots out, but it shoots straight up instead of into your face,
Okay.
and you see as the stone doors begin to crack and open.
Oh, cool.
Wow, great job, Richard.
Yeah, that is much better answer than battery.
I was thinking Hot Pocket.
So he sees Fizzlebang turns, he goes, "Hot Pocket.
Yeah, it's food for people who are on the go.
I thought it was food for people with depression.
It's food for people who are on the go.
Brought to you by.
Yeah, with the crispier crust.
He says, well, are
What's the
you
best
all
hot
ready
dog?
to enter? I'm sure there'll be more things in our way.
Is it dark in there? Should we light some torches?
So actually, as the doors open, you guys see as some sconces in the wall just magically light themselves as you guys enter.
Okay.
As you enter, you see 3 doors, and then you see another inscription on the wall,
What does the inscription say?
illuminated in the text of the ancients. Was it Comic Sans?
Papyrus.
Papyrus.
Old
It
typewriter.
says
Yeah.
3 doors lie before you, and you see there's a gargoyle head above each one. It says, 1 statue lies, and 1 always tells the truth.
Oh.
And it said the 3rd only tells you what it thinks you want it to say.
I like the third.
Choose wisely.
Hi, gargoyles.
Hello.
Ah, cool. They do talk. Okay. I've seen this on an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh. I can't remember how to resolve it though.
Does Bentley say that out loud?
Bentley says it out loud.
A gratitude today keeps the haters away, and that's why we want to thank you for listening to Overworked and Underplayed. You just heard Alex Capps as our DM, Annalyn Hardy as Taylor Jacobs, Katie as Crystal 2.0, Marjorie as Amy Ann, Marcel Hardy as Richard Cox, Tyler as Bentley, and Kyle as Jimmy Sticks, with special guest Morgan as Crystal. Episodes are edited by Marcel, and Circle Back episodes are edited by Katie. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll circle back in 2 weeks on May 4th for the next episode. You can help us to get the word out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also follow us on social at OwnUpPod, that's OWNUPPOD, subreddit r/OwnUp.
My life can be measured in hours. I only serve to be devoured. Slim, I am quick. Fat, I am slow. What am I?
A midnight Tinder hookup? I'm joking.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's
He broke the DM.
So many things.
Oh, God.